Insiders, today we profited $3,048 with an 80% win rate. Took 5 trades, won 4, lost 1. The trade we lost, we traded the account that has $1,600 profit. Now it's currently sitting at $1,200. For the first trade of the day, we traded off of the news at 8:30 a.m. The positive retail sales and the positive initial jobless claims that released positive, as I just stated. I wanted a little higher wick up, to be honest. The NQ 30-minute VWAP was here as well. It wicked up. I wanted to get closer to this pivot point. I almost shorted here, but decided not to. Instead, I opened a very high risk short just for the stream. The only reason I did this, and I want you guys to know this is the last Apex account. It will be gone by tomorrow. So I was just training for streams, entertainment, just putting some risk on. Thought it may have a little hesitancy at this pivot point. That was the true conviction where the trade should have started. But I started just because it started. I started streaming a little earlier and just didn't want the dead airspace. Basically just took this trade for full stream. I was basically full ported all the way up here. Full ported with 21 contracts. Could have went up to 23. We were 1,000 away from blowing this Apex account. And then it came all the way down. Our average was at $23,140. And we got out with around $2,115. Could have held the full conviction. And then this Apex would have been quote unquote funded. But we know they won't pay out because my strategy, the rules, etc., etc. The next trade of the day, we waited until market open. We took this trade on the extreme wick down, 30-40 point wick down on the lows before the 8:30 a.m. news, and then we profited 319 just securing it because I didn't know if it wanted to wick down to this NQ 30-minute 2-hour SMA, the low of pre-market at 23,017. So I just took 20 points, 18 points. I was only in with one contract, took 320. Can't go wrong. The next trade, we took it on this extreme high, waited for true conviction. This is a very good example. So the higher pre-market, ES flushed the higher pre-market above the VWAP, above the 200 SMA, holding very well, while the ES was wicking down the start of the day, holding that VWAP very well. That's why I was holding the conviction it was going to pump up, staying patient, staying patient, staying patient. Didn't hold that long, possibly should have, was a little unsure, a little uncertain, so I just took it. I have a pretty bad habit of not trailing trades. I'm starting to correct that over time. It will eventually be corrected, but this is a trade, is a very good example of holding your conviction, sticking to the plan, and just waiting it out. The high of day was at 23,160. We waited for the pivot point tap, little wick up above it at 23,169. Very key, very crucial pivot point. We took 4 contracts here. 2 here, 2 here, and then sold 1, sold 2 on this wick down, and then had 1 break even, looking to trail it down, which we ended up missing 2 minutes later. The next account was Fireworks. This is the account we secured 65 points in. We started, it wicked down, got a bounce off the NQ 30-minute VWAP, rose above, created this range, rose above the 23,133 pivot point, had the consolidation. I noticed divergence on the ES, divergence from the ES. The ES was waking up, bouncing. NVIDIA was coming up behind it. Microsoft, Google was coming behind it. Netflix flipped green. AMD was starting to come up. Everything was starting to prop up, and the ES created a higher high. The ES also flushed the pre-market high before NQ, so I had that conviction as well. That's why I thought it may do. I had the full conviction this morning that I was going to do a U-shaped pullback. I scratched that once there was a divergence on the ES and NQ, and this is why we entered long right here. We had this range. We had this trend line drawn right here, and we took too long with a stop right below. This is where the stream also died. The stream died. My internet crashed out for 2 minutes, and we were ended up sold 1 contract here and then trailed all the way 1 up 65 points all the way up here. We started the trade at 23,169 and locked in the trade at 23,235, securing 65 points. Now, we mistakenly traded this account that has $1,600 profit in it and took a little higher risk trade. Took a short here and just betting off the pivot point rejection of 23,223. Didn't get it. This is a higher high. This is technically a higher low, and then lower high. This is where we really wanted it, but I didn't see this and just saw the consolidation. Thought this was the first higher low into a lower high, and then put the stop right above that. Now we were up 200, 300. The full conviction was tapping the 21 EMA. I had 2 contracts in the trade, looking to take one out there and then put the other one at break even, but ended up being stopped out for 10 points, around $400 loss. We have 1,200 left in that account, had 1,600, $400 loss. Very, very solid trading day. 80% win rate, 4 trades out of 5 were green, profited $3,048. We persevered over resistance, no FOMO, no over trading. We stick to our convictions, and there are no missed opportunities, only the next one. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.